I'm going to turn this over real quick to Assemblywoman Shelly Shelton.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody. Can everybody hear me? Because I've never used one of these things before. I can hear you. Closer. Closer. Okay. It's one of those things you got to have right next to your mouth. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And what's really encouraging to me is to see so many new faces that I haven't seen before. And it gives me encouragement, and it also makes me, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get emotional. Got it. You know, God is on our side.
Yes.
I don't care. This country was founded on God's principles, and we have us innocent until proven guilty. And we need to remember that. We have prisoners, political prisoners in jail right now who are innocent, and they're being held without bond. The way they're being held is also cruel. You would not believe the stories that I've been hearing about some of these prisoners being chained to a wall for hours on end. Other people not being able to make phone calls. You have rapists and murderers that are being treated better than our political prisoners. And for what? They were standing up for our liberty and our freedom. And we need to stand behind them, because next, it'll just work its way down the line. What they were trying to do and what they saw was bit by bit, your freedoms are being taken away. And if we don't wake up, it's going to be too late. And that's what they were trying to get across. I also want to make a statement, because I was in the courtroom in Oregon, and when the last 4 men and women were not allowed bail, and they were told that they were going to have to stay in jail, one of the reasons was because they were a flight risk. I ask you, when have these people ran away from authorities? These people have tried and tried to talk with authorities. Ammon went several times to the airport to try to meet with the FBI agents. If they wanted to, they could have arrested him then. Why did they set up an ambush on a lonely road where there is no cell signal? It's something we need to think about as Americans.
Yes. Amen. Bonnie invited them.
Another thing I want you to compare. Compare the way the political prisoners are behaving and compare the way the FBI is behaving. We have the political prisoners trying to educate everybody on their constitutional rights. We have the God-given right for liberty, and we have the God-given right for freedom. And that is what they were trying to educate people on. Just the other day, we find out the FBI has lied and tried to cover up shots that were being fired. But are they being held in jail? Are they being held accountable for their actions? This is not right, and we need to stand together and let the American people know that this is not right. I've had the privilege to meet the Bundys, and these are God-fearing people.
Amen.
They will give the shirt off their back to help somebody. And one of the things that impressed me the most, I'm a Christian and I pray, but these people pray continuously. They would pray before each meeting, even when they were still out at the refuge. They start their meetings out with a prayer. They would submit to God and ask for God's guidance in everything that they do. Also, I have to, on a side note, a funny story. We were on our way to a destination that we had never been before. We got lost. We called and said, hey, we're lost, we can't find. The person that we were trying to get to said, wait a second, let me say a prayer. She says a prayer. It wasn't, but 2 seconds later, it dawned on us what we had done wrong, and we were able to turn around and head back the proper way. I'm telling you, God is working in each and every one of you. And God has told each and every one of you to do something, and you need to listen, whether it's right the political prisoners, whether it's make your voice louder. I don't know what it is, but God is speaking to us to say, if we want to keep our liberty, if we want to keep our freedom, we need to submit to Him in prayer and ask for His guidance. Today in this court building, I ask that whoever is able to go in there, pray continuously. We need to be praying for these prisoners. That is our most powerful weapon. Oh, that just took all my breath away. But I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming out here, and it is really encouraging to both John and I. Michelle wished that she could be here, but she's doing some work behind the scenes. And I'd also like to back up John that there are other legislators. We just went to Texas, and they have a little bit more of a different political background, because there is the BLM that is trying to overtake the Red River property land. They have the sheriff behind them, they have their governor behind them, and they have legislatures behind them. We need to get that way here in Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and California. Amen. We need to elect people that are going to stand up for the people. Woo! Thank you. Yeah. Woo!